So yeah, why unhappy clients don't leave firms. One of the big ones was it's too much work to switch, and I can say that not necessarily with accounting firms, but with other services that I've used over the years as being an operator in a business, I can attest to that. I think there is a little bit of like, once you have something going and it works and you are comfortable with it, there's this tendency to let sleeping dogs lie. Let's go ahead and just work with what we're comfortable with, even if it may be in our better interest to evaluate other alternatives. And so it doesn't surprise me that that's one of the reasons.
I can use myself as an example. I hate Wells Fargo. I hate them. But they're my bank. And the only reason I don't switch is because everything's already set up there. Mm-hmm. Every month I tell my wife we need to go somewhere else. But I've been saying that for 6 years. And I feel like they know it because they still give me shitty service,
Yeah. Well, once they started opening all those accounts in everybody's names, they knew nothing mattered anymore after that. So you can do whatever now. And as soon as you leave, they'll just open a new account in your name. It's going to be fine.
The too much work to switch thing, the firms they definitely know that, right? And so that's part of the push a lot of times for them to provide you with multiple kinds of services is they're like, well, if we're your audit firm and your tax preparer and your part-time CFO and we do some of your bookkeeping and we provide financial planning to your executives and all of that, hopefully you're not going to fire, maybe you're unhappy with one of those services and you're unlikely to fire the one because now we call it being sticky. Now we're sticky because we've got this relationship with you at multiple levels and across multiple services. So yeah, for providers and firms are definitely aware of that and try to leverage that rationale as much as they can.
Yeah.
And I can speak from an auditing perspective, for some reason somebody got in their head that you should switch audit firms every 3 years. It was in some proposed rule for the SEC, but they never went through. So you would always hear about this, we should do an RFP every 3 years. What people don't realize and what's really hard on a staff is when you switch somebody like that, even a bookkeeper or something, you have to retrain that person.
Yes.
You have to retrain your auditor. If you get a new one, about how you do things, what you're doing, who does what, and walk them through all that stuff. That takes a lot of time too, and that's one of the things I'm seeing. That's probably the theme of that list is too much time.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that is definitely the case. They could all be boiled back down to that because they said, for example, I doubt we could find a firm with comparable pricing. Well, you could say with enough time, you'd eventually find that. So yeah, they all kind of go back to that. It takes too long to get a new accountant up to speed. I don't have time to search for a replacement firm.
Right.
Are you sensing a theme?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. The only other one that kind of stood out there was I'd feel bad firing them, which, I don't know. What do you guys say about that?
I think there's some there's some service providers that I see that really play on that, right? They put a lot of investment into personalizing that relationship and being almost a character with the people that they're working with and serving. And, they may provide very little actual substance in the technical service they provide, but man, people love that person and the character that they are. And so they, that's definitely one way to go.
That's one way to go.
That's why I cry every time a customer calls me, just to really get the emotions.
I love you, man. All right.
So,
is that the end of the report?
Yeah, that's the end of the interesting parts of it.
Nice.
Talk about the demographic of the people who are responding, and it's a pretty varied mix of different firms, different sizes, different ages.
Interesting.
Pretty good mix about how many years of a tenure each accounting firm had with the clients who were responding. Some as high as 6 years, 3 to 5 years.
I think it was a good spot. No, it was a good article to bring forth for the firm and for us, and I think for the podcast too.
Definitely something we're going to look at, and hopefully our audience gets something out of it. Yeah, we got a lot of meat out of that. That was good.
Yeah, it's a good article. Good thing to think about.
I think AJ wants to shut this discussion down because he's got a booty call tonight. So we can. All right.
My wife would say different, but sure.
Okay.
You can cut that. Where that goes there.
AJ's sweating a lot now, all of a sudden.
That was off air. All right, well, thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that like button. Tell your friends about it so we can keep doing this for everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.